Self-care Sunday, starting it off right. Finished up some amazing work at like 4 o'clock last night. Got a great night's sleep, slept in a little bit, and now I'm ready to crush it. Now you might be thinking, Will, that really doesn't sound like how I practice self-care. My self-care has never to do with going to sleep at 4 a.m. or sleeping until 10. But that's okay, because guess what, guys? Just like I say each and every week, self-care is all about you, and self-care is what makes you feel right. So it's not going to be the same person to person, and I guarantee the way that I do things isn't going to look like the way that you do things. And that's why it's called self-care. Not people care, not my way of doing care, and not yours, but self-care. And it's Self-Care Sunday, and we are going to do it right all day long. Totally spit on the lens at one point. Got a little too excited, so let me wipe that off real fast. That feeling when you really need to sneeze but you can't. Self-Care Sunday, and I need some breathe easy. Come on. There we go. Self-care is a lot about how you use our products. People always ask, how much do I use and where do I apply it and blah blah blah, and I can tell people like typically what people do, and I can tell you, how I do it, where I just sit there and roll it and coat myself like you guys just saw. But really, it just comes down to what works best for you. CBD, essential oils, things like that, they're always gonna work differently for everybody. So some people might just need 2 little swipes. Some people might need to load it on for like 2 minutes like me. So it's interesting. Lots of similarities. Self-care is what we're all about. These are self-care products. I use them to take care of myself. I know a lot of you guys too. A lot of you guys do too. And yeah, hopefully I can stop crying. Don't worry, it's tears of joy this time. I'm reading Joanna's Self-Care Sunday post, and she sent me a text being that she didn't know that, or if she, what did she say exactly? Hold on. She said, I just sent it to you, I don't know how I feel about it. And one thing with Joanna, I've talked about her a bunch, and she's so important to everything that we do here, and she's wanting to make changes in what she's doing to help support us. She has been running our production this past year, and she's ready to move on to bigger and better things that are going to fulfill her more. One of the things that I've always thought would be great for her to do would be to share some of her message, share some of her story that I know is going to resonate with you guys. And I put her up to a challenge of writing a Self-Care Sunday blog post this week, and it's incredible. I'm like halfway through it, and literally like 4 or 5 sentences in, I'm just like already tearing up because it's so perfect. I'm gonna finish it up and get it over to Danielle so that she can just check it for grammatical errors and things like that, and then we're gonna be sharing it with you guys. We'll link it down here in the description, but I'm sure that it'll be there'll be way more times that you guys will read from her. So I'm just really excited. Not only it's a touching moment because of the nature of the actual article, but also just because I'm super just proud of her and look forward to seeing what she's going to be able to continue to write in the future. I know that she has this talent and this strength that we are underutilizing, and I look forward to utilize it even more so that we can spread our message of positivity, of gratitude, of self-care to y'all in the best way possible. I'm trying. Heading into the office. It's gonna be a good day. Looks like Danielle is not here. She must be over at Dobra. Let's go see. So in this, what I'm trying to do is I'm using the subject of you is like your teacup. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe there's something artistic in that. You know what I mean? I'm trying, Future Matt. Check me out. Yeah, so I think
I'm really into it now that you showed me Wilson on Home Improvement. I'm really committed to that.
Your head's completely cut off, and it's just like your laptop and your teacup. It's pretty cool.
That's all people need to know about me.
And I really I've always that's like, I
love my little smock dress.
Yeah, the top 5 outfits of your outfits, that's definitely in it. I have like a top 5 list of everyone's outfits. Even Seth.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Well, he's the green beanie, and now he's the oatmeal beanie.
I love
the oatmeal beanie. It's working for him.
Future Seth, the oatmeal beanie is pretty great. I don't know if I've ever talked to Future Seth before. Something else that we could do is as we grow and continue to bring on more and more people that are getting to do what you're doing and having a great learning experience, or getting to do what Mallory did, having a great learning experience and things like that. Literally set up some type of job finding, because this might not be the place for everybody. You might go and do way more amazing things at some other company, or or Mallory could go do way more amazing things, or anybody that's working with us. If this isn't where they want to end goal be, but if we could set them up. I got so much joy out of helping Mallory, or helping you get maybe into grad school, or helping her get a job. I found so much joy in that, because it comes back down to our overall goal and our overall mission of empowering the people around us. So if we could have something like that, where literally, because this isn't an idea that I'm genius thinking about. This is something a lot of businesses do. It's something that VaynerMedia company does. Is literally part of their HR department. All they do is keep an eye out for other jobs, are trying to find better job offers for the people that work for them. So as a way of being we are so supportive of you that if you could go do other things, and while being selfish about it, by trying to find jobs at businesses, so they want to fucking in their mind, a way that wrap my mind around it, where I was able to wrap my mind around it, was them being we would love to then have somebody that worked at Vayner then go and become the chief marketing executive of some big consumer packaged good company, and then hire Vayner to blah blah blah. Alright, so what I was thinking is people are always looking for, or producers and content creators are always looking for more content. What we're doing is super fucking interesting. It's CBD, it's cannabis, it's entrepreneurism, it's empowerment, and we have this whole Instagram following, YouTube, we're doing vlogs, we have a lot that would be interesting, because think about TV shows and seasons of shows, especially the whole more documentary style shows, you get to see only so much of it, but then you always want fucking more. So like what it would be really neat is if we had a show on something like Netflix, but then also people could follow along every day on our stories, follow along every day on our thing, and actually like use our products. Where a lot of like there's a couple of really great like, I mean, I don't even think they're that great, but like there's a couple like successful like cannabis like business sort of like TV shows that have either been on like CNN or CNBC or Netflix or like Amazon shows and stuff like that, and they're typically built around like a dispensary or like some type of grow or something like that where it's cannabis related, but it's nothing that people that watch the show, other than if they live in California, like near wherever the fuck that place like sells, or like living, you know, Aspen and like can go to that dispensary, like you would never get to experience that, like, and people could come and experience this. People could experience our store. They could, you know, we'll have a hemp farm in here, and then they can buy our products and experience our products. So it could be a really cool thing. And the thought is that like if we were to reach out to a fucking 100 different production companies and literally like using the vlog, we could create like a pilot episode. Like one of the things that like I always think about is like not being romantic, and like not necessarily like not like in like a romantic like love sense, but like being romantic about like what has gotten us here, like the way that we do things. And like one thing that I've always kind of like been like, you know, very like attached to is that like we make our products by hand in small batches, like in-house and blah blah blah. And where that's like all great and people do appreciate that, we honestly haven't like put enough, like nobody probably even fucking knows that, to be honest.
I don't think so, yeah.
So it's like people probably already just assume that our shit's made like on a mass scale.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm attached to that, but nobody else really is.
No, I don't think so. It's not really anywhere. It's like not even like that's something that people would.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So like I'm attached to that, and like I'm being romantic about like the fact that like that's something that we do, where it's something that kind of holds us back in a sense, because it's like there's nothing, we have plenty of money to go and make like 2-3 months worth of our product and just like have it sitting on the shelves, and it has the shelf life, and like we're gonna sell it, so it's like not like it'd be like, and we'd probably save a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I'm like,
and you could also do that like in a site where like whenever
yes,
you're feeling excited to expand into other products, the site is already of the like,
exactly. So
quality that you need for that.
So one of my thoughts is this person that Matt connected me to has a production facility in Kansas City.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
So
I think, right? Was that the one who does like powders?
So if that person could also do our topical products, that would be something that like we could really like start doing soon. And then like in the matter of like a month to 2 months, like say we could like get that rolling like by the end of February and have them also producing our products for us. In the matter of 2 months, we've literally like turnkeyed this, not turnkeyed it, but we literally like, we fucking leveled the fuck up. Like fulfillment, production,
more sustainable that
fulfillment, production, you know, hopefully credit card payments, like all of that is then things that like we have taken care of that aren't like necessarily like that can grow with the business and are just like better than the ways that we're doing now. And the only like downfall that I see in that, or like, you know, where I'm still then like the romantic side of me is like, oh, but what if, well, you know, what about, is like thinking about the people that are involved right now.
Yeah.
So it's like on the production side, it's basically Kaylee and Joanna.
Yeah.
Joanna already doesn't want to do that. Kaylee is great at it, but she honestly, I'm sure would do anything that we ask her to do.
Yeah.
And probably has a lot of skills that we're underutilizing because she's a hard worker. She's in it. She's bought in.
Yeah.
So to then figure out something else that she can do, or do kind of like what I was saying.
There's so many things that you.
Or like do what I was saying of like, you know, being the resource that then helps her to move on to something that, like, she got a fucking degree in interior design. Maybe she wants to go get a job in interior design. Well, then all we have to do is put her the fuck on. You know what I mean? And like do that work to help her get a job that then she loves, and then we haven't done anything but like empower her, be a great, you know, stepping stone, and like leave amazing friends. All right. So Self-Care Sunday has been a great one so far. Danielle and I knocked out a lot of really solid work. I love the fact that she comes in on a Sunday that we can almost treat as a pre-Monday to set our entire week up for success. We have been working hard on getting base camp in order, which is going to be super crucial for us to continue to keep track of all the projects that we're working on. And we also just filled our bellies with some amazing food. Went to Red Ginger, which I've been going to a lot recently, so I didn't feel like I really needed to bring the camera or anything like that. And other than that, Shell was the winner for Self-Care Sunday, so I got to get a post up so that everybody in Instagram land can know what the winning prize is, and we'll continue on Self-Care Sunday. I gotta take this off though and switch the lens and all that kind of good stuff, so be right back. And as you can probably tell, that looks a little bit different. Not gonna be vlogging with a 50mm. See, I gotta be all the way out here. But I'm gonna take a quick photo, and then we'll put this guy back on, and we'll continue on. It's an amazing Self-Care Sunday. All right. Much better. Crazy what difference just one little lens can make. So I just gotta watch today's episode, get it up to everyone out there. Matt and I just got off of a nice phone call talking about some of these infinite possibilities, something that I'm gonna start putting up on my board every day as soon as I do get a board on the wall, wherever I'm gonna put it. So, all right. 3:27 Self-Care Sunday. I could think of something really good to say, or I could just straight up tell you guys what's up. I just spent fucking 5 hours on base camp. I'm really trying to get organized. I'm really trying to get it to where all of our projects are in one place so that I can start doing better to execute. And execute. And that is how I have been taking care of myself this evening, by setting us up for success so that we can have a fucking great week. It's gonna be a good one. The team has my back. Y'all have my back. We're all working on this together. Let's do it.